So, B, you get the new Warthog skin, bro? Heck yeah. You thinking what I'm thinking? Oh yeah. Oh boy.
Road trip!
Hop on Halo and subscribe to No Way It's Brandon. No Way It's Brandon, power to the gamer. Rated E for everyone. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. You guys know who it is. It's your guy, No Way It's Brandon, coming at you guys again with another video for today. Hopefully everyone is doing fantastic. I'm not going to take too long on this intro, man. So right now we are going to semi-react, but mainly just first impressions watching this new, I guess not really a trailer, it's the new Halo Infinite multiplayer overview that just got launched on June 14th at around, I think 9 o'clock a.m. this morning. It's already 10, and honestly, I'm not sure when this video went up, probably the day after, because I'm not really sure if I process this in 4K or 1080p, but anyway, so just a disclaimer, or actually first I should say, if you happen to be new, if I have more than 2 people watching, I am predominantly, wow, I cannot say words right. I'll just say mainly. I'm mainly a Halo player. This is mainly a Halo channel. Play some different games every now and then, but mainly Halo every single week, bro. So I play Halo all the time, and for those of you that know me already, you know that I have been waiting for some actual Halo Infinite news, trailers, or something. And now, with that being said, I already saw the E3 trailer or the E3 presentation on Sunday. That was about 2 minutes and I think almost 30 seconds. So I saw that, not gonna lie, teared up a little bit, and I was gonna make a video kind of, you know, I guess reacting to it or giving my whole little thought process on it. Pardon me. But then I saw that this multiplayer overview just got launched. So I have not seen this overview yet. I maybe saw about 30 seconds of it just to see if there was going to be anything new in terms of clips and footage or whatever, and there are some new things. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop right into it, everybody. So excited. All right, I hadn't started it yet, but now I'm going to start it.
Just the feeling of like being in a firefight and hearing the click of the gun, throwing it down, grabbing one off the wall.
My gunner's upside down and he's like laying in. I see kill assist, kill assist, kill assist.
Any pistol across any of the games. Whatever gun allows me to feel the most like John Wick, I am there.
And remember how excited I was with like this big combat with vehicles going all over the place.
Halo means something different for everyone, right? I think that's what makes Halo great.
What is Halo multiplayer? And for me, it boils down to this tight arena-style combat and big team battle, this wide open, vehicle-infused kind of combat. We're taking that awesome legacy or classic Halo combat experience and modernizing it in ways that'll feel fresh to old players and really exciting to new players. We're gonna give you great ways to customize your Spartan, really make your super soldier your own, and we're kicking off a journey, an experience that's gonna evolve month to month, season to season, year after year.
For me, working through this multiplayer of this game, and the toughest challenge I think was really about how do we respect the legacy of what came before us, but still build something that feels new.
We've tried to bring all these elements of legacy and really inject them into Halo Infinite, not just like in a way where you kind of won't notice it, where you feel like, oh, they really designed this to be a celebration of previous Halo, as well as an iteration of where Halo can go next. The vision of Arena was all about a tight experience. It was all about being fair. It was all about earning everything on the map, earning everything, every kill you get.
Going back to like what is the core foundation of what made the great Halo multiplayer arena matches great. Halo, it's really about fair and balanced starts. So everybody's on equal footing when they come off the rip. And then once they start running around, it's about scavenging. It's about finding new toys and kind of developing your play style as you run through the match.
What makes Halo feel like Halo? I feel like the answer to that question is the sandbox. Like, the sandbox is Halo.
When we set out to look at Halo Infinite from a high level and the direction of what it is, there's lots of exciting things there because we really wanted to push what are the things that are true to Halo, but what are the things that fans haven't seen yet.
Equipment is back, but equipment is kind of has a bigger voice than ever before. We ask questions to ourselves of if you could go after a power weapon to get a bunch of kills, would you do that, or could you go and get grapple to make sure that you swing yourself to the other side of a map to back cap a stronghold? We saw it as like another avenue of not just skill expression, but tactics for teams to coordinate around.
The exciting combinatory nature of this toy plus this toy and how those interact with objectives is super amazing.
Looking at how the power-ups play, like your classic power-ups like the overshield and the active camouflage. For this title, what we're looking at, what we're excited for, is you pick that up and you choose when you activate it. It goes into your inventory. If you haven't used it and someone kills you in multiplayer, you drop that overshield and then they can take it and use it for themselves. That to me is very legacy, but we took the equipment side of it and modernized it. When it comes to the vehicles, we went in and decided to invest a lot in the systems. When I take damage in my Warthog, my wheels can get blown off, my hood can get blown off. There's different aspects of the vehicle that change how my vehicle handles. Dude? And that's something that's brand new.
The other thing we added to that is like this doomsday mechanic. So when you hit this threshold, the vehicle catches fire, and it's very much, you've got a certain amount of health or a certain amount of time, and you gotta choose what you wanna do with the last minutes of this vehicle.
We've got a cousin to the Warthog, which is the Razorback.
The back has this like multi-storage compartment that you can put a lot of stuff into. So if you want to put like detached turrets, power weapons, fusion coils, objectives, and that is what's really making the Razorback kick a lot of butt in MP and campaign.
The levels define pace for the game, how frantic it is, and they define that iconic fantasy for players as they're entering that match. What do they want to do? What type of experience are they hoping to have? What kind of combat, what kind of dance floor is there available to have that combat in?
What was that?
For me, BTV is all about experiencing the full extent of the sandbox of Halo in just one match, right? Like you see the vehicles, the weapons, the equipment.
We really wanted to take that kind of concept, those feels you had, playing the previous games, and just turn the volume up. Vehicles are no longer just spawning at bases anymore. We have Pelicans delivering them, and we have a commander in your ear telling you that Pelicans are going to be dropping off these vehicles.
Tank is inbound.
We have Halo 2 style Delta Halo mission weapon pods that fall from the sky to resupply the field.
That's where it makes it feel like a real battlefield, and it's very exciting.
This is not just more players, this is just this certain beautiful slice of sci-fi chaos.
The announcer is your big gameplay moments, your game modes, just like the way it was before. Personal AI is really a reflection and information for the player.
Personal AI. Designation button.
So if a player grabs a flag, your personal AI is going to tell you to, get that thing back to base and give you some like moment-to-moment updates.
Our team took the enemy flag.
What if we can let players choose their own AI, and each one of those are different voices, so that players can find the one that fits their personality and their mood the best?
They add to the sense of like me as a Spartan being more important, and for us in multiplayer it is really about becoming a Spartan. You're Spartan. You are you inside of the Halo universe.
The body of customization content that we have on day one ensures that there will be millions of customization combinations for Spartans on the battlefield.
Millions?
That includes things like armor coatings, armor emblems, various armor effects, down to the individual armor pieces. So your shoulders, your gloves, your knee pads, your helmet, your visor, your helmet attachments. Then you look at weapons, and we've got a whole slew of customization offerings there. Vehicles have a huge pool of customizations too. We support customization in the game. Players can do the same thing on HaloWaypoint.com as well as the Halo Waypoint app.
The player also customizes the Spartan, the soldier inside the suit. We want the Spartan to represent the player as much as possible. They can change their body type and their voice, as well as choose prosthetics for the first time.
Coatings offer us a unique opportunity to craft some hyper-polished looks and let you express yourselves in ways you've never been able to before. So we're coming at this from a player-first mentality. So what that means is that there's no random loot in this. There's no loot boxes. It's very important to us that everyone understands exactly how they unlock customization content, and we have a variety of places where they can do that. First off is the Battle Pass.
The Halo Battle Pass will never be taken away from you. And what I mean by that is once you buy it, it's yours and does not expire. In future seasons, you can purchase old Battle Passes as well as the current Battle Pass and choose which Battle Pass to put your progression towards.
All of these rewards are single source, so you're never going to be confused about where things come from. If you can unlock something in the Battle Pass, we're not going to let any other players circumvent that by purchasing it out of the storefront.
A lot of our stuff is unlocked through playing the game and only through playing the game. All customization is just cosmetic.
Every season will have its own theme and introduce new components, new looks, new gameplay for players, new opportunities to earn and collect cool rewards. We've seen the Samurai already. That's one of our event armor cores, and that's going to be something that players can earn through gameplay for free.
Dude, there's a sword on
With us
the
going
waist.
free to play for the multiplayer part of the game, like that was a big goal because, you know, how do we have a way we can always bring players in, right? And they can, when we have a new update, they'll just dip their toes in if they even just want to see it.
Not only are we free to play, but we're free to play on PC as well as console. And what that means is we're able to get the biggest audience we've ever had. Everybody gets to play with no barriers. And even better, your progression carries from one platform to the next.
Getting our game to be on PC and console at the same time is an amazing chance for us to really just kind of excite
Hey, he
new
looks like
players
me.
about the
She
game.
looks like me.
How can we do things like make
They all look like
crossplay
me.
interesting, and like even in just customs, being able to just play with your friends. That like some people have PCs and some people have consoles, and like let them talk to each other, let them be friends.
I've been doing this since 2018 though, so.
Why are you here?
To be a Spartan.
The Academy is a place that you can go with an MP to kind of onboard into the experience. It's great for newer players who are still picking up the controls and also people who want to warm up before they head into matchmaking. It's a series of experiences, both a tutorial to get started for the first time, weapon drills to practice with specific items, and also training mode that you can use to just get warm, explore the game as you want to.
For players who are new to Halo, let's help them learn what this universe is about.
Those are
Some of
AI.
these characters, what are
Those
they
are
about?
bots.
And help them kind of know the vocabulary that people have been speaking for now almost 20 years, so that when they come in there, they don't feel like they're behind everyone else. They can kind of come in on an even footing.
I mean, I'm super jazzed about bots. I think they're awesome.
I just
Our
said
goal with
that.
bots has been to have a variety of difficulties that kind of provide a good training partner for wherever you're at in the experience.
Partnering
No
with our
way.
players on the road to launch and after launch is absolutely critical, right?
I mean, Halo's always been about the community conversation.
We want to make sure we hear our players, make changes where we can based on that feedback, make sure the game is ready for launch, and then even beyond launch.
What I'm genuinely excited about is taking the game out of our hands and putting it into the community's hands. You know, whether it's seeing what people make in Forge or the content that they're able to create with theater, watching streamers go after the game.
To get involved, you go to haloinsider.com, put in your info with your gamertag, and we should be able to reach out to you if we want to invite you to a Halo Infinite flight.
We feel like we've got a pretty good selection at launch and what's going to be there for our fans. And this isn't going to be something that is just a static set of items. We have some new stuff in the works already, and just can't wait to really get into that as soon as this game comes out.
New maps, new modes, new ways to customize your Spartan. Launch is just the beginning. Now we're just going to be able to talk, interact more frequently, and that's just going to be great. That is the future of Halo Infinite multiplayer.
Thank you to the community for all their feedback over the years so far, and I'm looking forward to the road to launch, launch itself, and beyond.
All right. think that pretty much does it. That was quite lengthy. I mean, I knew coming into this it was going to be about 12-ish minutes, almost 13 minutes. Wow, dude, that is crazy. I mean, I got to make sure that I'm still recording right now. I am. I mean, where to start, man? Where to start? So, geez, by the way, right now, hopefully I remember to put in a time code. So in case you guys have already seen this right here and you just wanted to come just to check out some extra commentary, just some perspective, and, you know, after watching or right on top of this multiplayer overview, you know, hopefully I put in that time code. So all of my commentary will start right now. So where to start, man? Where to start off? I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell. I don't know. Look, I'm not trying to be cheesy or anything, man, but literally once they started to talk about, you know, player customization, you know, almost teared up a little bit, just a little bit. I think I teared up more yesterday when I was watching the 2-minute E3 thing, but that was off camera. I wasn't doing all this, but I can't really cry on camera. It just doesn't work for some reason. Not that I was trying to, but you know, I was all, dude, that one hit home just a little bit. So where to start off? I think, you know, I was looking at, this is that cut 204 right here, or frame 204. And I don't know if it's just me. I kind of just wanted to mention this, is that this map in particular, this looks somewhat reminiscent of, I forget the name of the map in Halo 2. Please forgive me. I might put up a screenshot or something. I don't know. But this looks a bit similar to one of the Halo 2 maps, and also combined, forgive me, Halo fans. Look, I am a Halo fan. Just stick with me here. It looks like a mesh of a Halo 2 map and a Call of Duty map. All right, I just had to say it. That's just what I'm seeing when I'm looking at this at this screen right here, all right? Now, I have yet to play on this map. You know, it just looks to me, because I remember watching some Call of Duty gameplay from this other YouTuber that I like, and there was one specific part of the map that this just looks very similar to, but this does have some Halo 2 vibes to it. Very awesome. And I just have to mention this, all right? I was going to mention this when I was going to make a video about the first trailer from E3. So it seems to me now that 343 is taking the Bungie route or the Destiny route, maybe even the Call of Duty route, all right? And I say those two games because if you guys have noticed, and if you are hardcore Halo fans, if you are hard times Lego fans, sorry, long-time Halo fans, hardcore Halo fans, and long-time Halo fans, right? And, you know, you've obviously been paying attention to the game itself. So hopefully now you guys can catch this. So it appears to me that now for team-oriented gameplays, you will be your own Spartan's colors. So for those of you that are not familiar with Halo, usually when you're playing team-oriented games, it's usually red versus blue. So one team is all blue armor and the other team is all red armor. So, you know, I could be green, but because I'm playing a team-oriented game, now I have to be either red or blue, or if it's multi-team, you'll be team yellow, purple, team green, etc. But never was it a thing where you can be your own colors in team-oriented game modes. And that's exactly how it looks here. And then I brought up Call of Duty and Destiny 2 because if you guys play Destiny 2 or COD for that matter, you know that there is no red versus blue. Usually there are just red name tags or blue name tags to help you identify who's on whose team, right? So I'm pretty certain that over the past year or so, I was, you know, just merely suggesting, if you guys are longtime viewers, you know, out of the 300 and something of you guys probably remember that I said it would be cool if 343 happened to add, you know, some kind of like casual slayer. So casual slayer could be just you in your green armor, and other players can have, you know, red names over their heads, so that way you know who's the bad guy, who's the good guy. And you can also, you know, in tandem have Classic Slayer. So Classic Slayer would be your usual classic red versus blue. So it's really just a color palette swap that I think can easily be made. Again, I don't develop games. I don't know anything about video game coding. Honestly, have no clue. But, you know, as far as I know right now, you know, team-based game modes are going to have you wearing your own Spartan's colors, which is fantastic. So that is super cool to see, and it would be very cool to also see a classic Slayer variant, right? Or maybe it's ranked or something where you guys wear the I keep stuttering, where the players wear red and blue, which is awesome to see. And just a small comment on that little shield thing that I think we saw Master Chief using in the first gameplay trailer, and there appears to be some kind of hole right in the middle so that you know, whoever is using it can shoot through it, and whoever is on the opposite side being shot at can also shoot through it. So that is pretty cool. And then I also just want to mention this. So I had a problem with there being a grapple hook in Halo, and I'm fine with it. Or at the beginning, when we saw the first gameplay trailer, I was perfectly fine with this grapple gun thing or this grapple wrist thing being in campaign, because campaign is just campaign. I'm fine with that. And yes, while it is in multiplayer, 343 did make it apparent that that's something that's going to be picked up. So I have this on cut 325 right now, or frame 325. So you guys can see the Spartan's left wrist, and that's usually where that little piece of equipment is. And there is no grapple gun right there. So the grapple gun, and it looks to be anything on that wrist. And even on the other trailer where it showed one of the Spartans deflecting the plasma pistol shot, or actually, you know, having it ricochet back at the other player who was using it, that was also a form of equipment that I would imagine that can be picked up on the map, because, you know, just as I said, I don't see anything right here on this specific clip. So, you know, I was always afraid of there being some gimmicks and stuff in Halo Infinite. And, you know, if there's anyone out there that thinks that this is one of those gimmicks, my rebuttal to that is, and look, I am by no means a big fan of the grapple gun and stuff. I'm pretty indifferent about it. I'm gonna have to see how it works out actually playing in game. But you know, we're just gonna have to think of it as those little equipment balls, or like those orb things that were in Halo 3, where, you know, you had the shield degenerator thing, or I'm sorry, the blue shield drainer. You also had, what was it? I think there was a red one where it would make a whole bunch of red dots pop up. There was also the little pod that would make a green orb and make you heal and stuff. It's pretty much that stuff, but, you know, these are more, or at least with the grapple gun, it's projectile. So it also looks and sounds as if you kill somebody with that, that'll get dropped, which is super cool, I think. You know, I guess it's not something that you can really burn. So I'm also curious if there's going to be a equipment limit. So I guess, for example, you know, in Halo Reach, I think on certain maps, and then it kind of just depends upon the settings too, right? But basically, what I'm trying to get at is, I wonder if you can pick up the grapple gun, and then the respawn timer for that grapple gun respawns, right? Or turns on, right? So let's just say it's 30 seconds. So I just picked up the little grapple gun thing, right? And now I put it on my wrist, and now the respawn timer starts for the little grapple gun. So I wonder if the grapple gun is going to respawn again on the map while another player has it. That's not something that I'm too down with. You know, maybe one or two is fine. Personally, I would only want to, I just want one on the map, because, you know, I don't want to have to keep trying to shoot people from grappling everywhere, right? So that's pretty sick, I think, in terms of that. And this is really cool right here. Oh man, my voice just went up. This is pretty cool. So on cut 339, it shows the Spartan picking up some kind of power up, right? So I forgot if that was like an overshield or something. So one of the devs said that goes into your inventory. So you can choose when to use that. And if you get killed without using it, then it gets dropped. So that is super, super interesting. And man, so I don't know how that's going to work in terms of burning it, right? So let's just say if it was a camo, because usually in Halo 5 or Halo 3, I'll just use Halo 5 as a prime example, because in Halo 5 you actually have to go and pick up the armor ability and turns on, right? You guys have seen me play lots of Halo 5 if you happen to be a longtime viewer, and you guys know that it can easily get burned just like that. But now it's going to be a interesting thing to see players pick it up essentially and not burn it or not use it immediately. And I just kind of wonder how the mechanics are going to be in terms of actually holding it and stuff. So that's pretty much all I have to say. I just thought that was a pretty interesting concept, and I see a lot of octagons. Those are those hexagons too? I don't know. I'm just see a lot of shapes. See a lot of shapes. So that's a super cool thing. And then, you know, we got to see some of the weapon skins and stuff. And then I'm going to have a separate video talking about the skins and stuff, because I think that there's something important to be discussed in terms of weapon skins. And this AI thing, this personal AI thing, I think it's a pretty cool idea. Honestly, why not? Why not have that? I'm not sure how often we're going to see this. I'm not sure if it's just going to be on the battlefield where we saw it what looked to be weapon pads and stuff, but I kind of wonder how customizable this stuff is going to be in Halo Infinite. And I wonder if the little AI chip actually changes color according to how you customize it, which is really, really cool. That's a pretty neat idea. So perfectly down with that. And then it sounds as if that the AI voice is going to work in tandem with the announcer voice. So, you know, the whole double kill, triple kill, no scope, that kind of stuff. You know, I wonder if those are ever going to clash at all with the AI voice. No idea. I wonder if it could change the AI voice. That's how it sounds to me. I don't see why not. But look, I know just as much as you guys. I've just seen this stuff for the first time ever. And I'm just looking at some of the customization for the stuff. The renders look pretty cool. I have to say I am down with that. See some different visor colors and stuff. And dude, this is going to be really, really sick right here. The whole customizing for the weapons and stuff. I just can't wait to see the user interface or just the menus and stuff. And then, ooh, this is a good shot right here. This is a pretty good shot right here on 721. So it shows that. And then, you know what? I actually have an idea for this. I was actually going to say it would be nice if 343 happened to make some kind of, I don't know, some kind of mobile game, something similar to maybe Pokemon Go, where you could actually go around outside in your neighborhood and find rare enemies or something, and then once you kill them, then you get some cool loot, some customization for your Spartan in Halo Infinite, but I'll talk about that later. But it is cool to see that again. You know, 343 kind of going the Destiny route, it seems, because Bungie has an app, I believe, for Destiny, and you know, you can go through your inventory and stuff and exchange stuff, dismantle things, what have you, and then it shows the rarities down there, which is pretty cool. I'm trying to see some of it. So thus far, I see no Mark 6. You guys know I love my Mark 6. I don't know if you guys can see it, but all the way back there, I have my Halo 3 Master Chief Mark 6 helmet. So again, this is some pretty cool stuff. Again, not too much for me to say right off the bat, because this is my first time seeing some of this stuff, and I don't want the video to be too long. But customization looks pretty dang cool. And I do have to say that the graphics now look so much better than the screenshots. They look so much better than they did beforehand. And dude, this is just, man, everything just looks so much more vibrant, so much more colorful. It looks like a robot arm I can see right here on cut 731. Oh man, this just looks super fantastic, man. Visor colors right here. I mean, just a whole bunch of different ways to customize your stuff. Right arm, left leg. Man, I'm just super excited to dive into this stuff and just check it out. This looks like a different coating for the assault rifle. I mean, just so much to be looking at, man. So much to see. This is what I was talking about right here at cut 841. You can see a sword on the Spartan's waist. You know, I'm not a big fan of the whole shinobi look, to be honest with you. I mean, I was never that big of a fan of Hayabusa and I think the shinobi helmet in Halo 5. You know, Hayabusa in Halo 3. This is cool. Personally, that was just never really my kind of taste in terms of armor. I just like the standard Mark 6 kind of stuff. And I was saying that these guys look just like me playing. That was funny, but just as I said, I've been wearing the mask just for the video since 2018. So I just find it super funny. It's hey, they look just like your boy, look just like me. The bots, man, I forgot all about the bots. So geez, the whole bots thing, you know, there was some talk about Halo MCC having bots added in. And, you know, I was never really expecting it, right? But to actually see it here in Halo Infinite, now, I'm not going to say that I'm 100% certain that they're going to put bots into Halo MCC, but it's for sure not out of the realm of possibility, because usually what 343 has been doing is implementing stuff into MCC to kind of get us ready for what to expect or for what's to come in Halo Infinite. And the bots look pretty good as far as I can see in the video. So this is some pretty groundbreaking stuff. And this is just going to be perfect for testing out weapon skins, testing out armor, just learning how to play certain game modes and stuff. And then I wonder how many different game modes you can play, if any at all, because look, I love to play multiplayer. You know, I'm not going to front about that. You guys know how many hours, how much time, effort, and energy I've put into playing multiplayer, right? So, you know, really the only way for Halo players to actually learn the games or learn the game modes, learn the maps, you know, well in a competitive setting, or just in a setting where you actually have pressure, right? The only way to actually, you know, do that is to actually play multiplayer, which is perfectly fine because, you know, you want to get experience by playing the game, but sometimes you don't want to have to sweat to get those experiences. So it's nice for 343 to just put in a little training mode to practice with bots, you know, just to practice some little scenarios or whatever, you know, just to have some kind of pressure on you, maybe practice using certain weapons, just to get a feel for them, especially since 343 is probably going to add new weapons and stuff in the future, add in old legacy weapons, what have you. So it is super cool to see this again, because let's just say if 343 adds in a new DMR or something, right? A different variant of the DMR. It would be super cool to test out that DMR in a training mode. So that way, when you go into multiplayer, you're not picking it up for the first time and going, okay, how do I use this thing? You know, at least for me, as somebody that just likes to be good at the game already, you want to have some of those experiences and just different ways of knowing how to use weapons beforehand. You know, you want to be able to pick up a weapon with confidence and know exactly what it does, which is super cool. And then, just as I said, just getting used to different weapon spawns and things of that nature. And just briefly on the whole big team battle thing, you know, they were saying how now vehicles are going to be dropping in from those pelicans or whatever. Now, honestly, I'm pretty indifferent about that. I'm sure that a lot of Halo fans are going to prefer that vehicles just spawn on the map. But look, 343 can also probably change that in the future if, you know, a lot of players really don't like having to wait for vehicles to come in and drop. They could always change it, I would imagine, and just go into Forge and just spawn a vehicle. I would imagine that you can definitely do something like that. So that's something pretty interesting. And, you know, I'm still hoping that they're going to have power weapons spawning on the map, because they were talking about having these Halo 2 or Halo 3 ODST styled ordnance drops. I was never a huge fan of those ordnance drops in multiplayer. Just straight up with you. Since that was introduced in Halo 4 multiplayer, you know, I can't say I was ever that big of a fan of it. I just didn't like when, you know, the thing came down and then everybody knew where it was, right? Or you know, I actually really didn't like whenever players had personal ordinances. So I doubt that these are going to be personal ordinances. These are just going to be general ones where, you know, comes down and then your AI says, oh, rocket launcher dropping in 10 seconds or whatever. So that's going to be something super interesting to see. And the flags look pretty cool. I see on cut 1136. I mean, so much to talk about, so much to see. I mean, they really spoiled us. I mean, on cut 1206, there's a really cool looking weapon skin for the battle rifle. Man, that just looks very, very nice. I've yet to see a DMR. Speaking of that, you know, I've yet to see that. I've seen something that looks kind of similar to it, but a lot quicker in the way that it shoots. Man, I'm gonna check my time really quick. Just a lot quicker in the way that it shoots. But I think that's gonna have to be it, guys. You know, that's pretty much all I can think of off of the top of my head. This is my first time seeing this trailer right here, or this multiplayer overview. If you guys happen to be new or something, man, feel free to subscribe if there's more than 2 of you guys watching. And if you stuck around this long, hey man, I really appreciate it. You know, this is just a lot to unpack, a lot to see. There's a lot more to be commenting about, but if you guys want to hear me talk about it more, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to be talking about this stuff as I'm actually playing some Halo MCC, maybe even playing some Destiny 2. I'll probably mention some stuff, but anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys again for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you guys are just as excited as I am. I am already signed up for the Insider program just because, you know, I love to test out new stuff on the Halo MCC. But anyway, guys, I will see you later in the next one. Thank you again for watching. I really do appreciate it. Super stoked, man. Super stoked. And as usual, I will see you in the next one. And I got a front skin outro.